Get top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host that do the most. Welcome to this being Frank show with being blunt is the only way to go. Listen, man, light it up for me one time because this is going crazy. They seem like they high out their mind. I thought I'd be getting high on the show. They high out their mind. Listen, this is where when this first came out a couple days ago, I clicked on it. I mean, immediately, right? As soon as it came out, I wanted to say it was only up. ESPN put it up probably 20, 30 minutes in. And I clicked on it. And as soon as I clicked on it, this is what I started hearing, and I went away from it. So I really haven't watched it, but I got 49 seconds in. As soon as he started going right here, I went off. I'm like, okay, they full of baloney. And I didn't want to hear no more. Now, as time went on, I see a lot of my Clarkie content creators has reported on this and how phony they was. So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and react to it. And I seen, the clips of Miss Adrienne Ross, Ben Daniel. The clip that they showed was a black woman speaking. But again, I didn't even allow it to get that far. All I heard was this white man saying something about you have to win championships. So I already knew where they was headed to. So turn it off. But I'm gonna go ahead and this is where I started. I mean, this is where I turned it off.
With all of those accomplishments, we now ask,
okay. So notice there's the white man, white woman, black woman, right? Watch this. And this is what I've been saying, how ESPN does this on purpose. They put black women on a panel to talk this, let's say, to go against being a Caitlin Clark fan. Always, right? Never do you really hear a white woman talk badly about Caitlin Clark or discredit Caitlin Clark. You don't never see ESPN putting a white woman on a panel that's going to discredit Caitlin Clark like they do black women. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? Here goes a white man. Now I'm going to rewind this and let's hear everything he said.
What does it take to become a college basketball legend? Well, first, you got to get buckets. I think that's pretty undisputed. I think second, you got to be competitive, have that fire to drive your teammates, right? Third, but certainly not least, you got to win. Yeah. And you got to win a lot, right? Nobody embodied those qualities more than Brianna Stewart, who just announced her retirement from the WNBA relatively recently. So that got us thinking about her legacy. And what is her legacy exactly? Well, if you look at what she's accomplished, 3-time NCAA champion with UConn Huskies. Keep in mind, they only won one national title before she even got there. That was back in 1995. 2-time tournament. If you look at what she's accomplished, 3-time NCAA champion, WNBA relatively recently. So that got us thinking about you got to win. Yeah. And you got to win a lot, right? Nobody embodied those qualities more than Brianna Stewart, who just announced her retirement from the WNBA relatively recently. So
you got to win. You got to win a lot, right? Okay, so he's setting up. What they're doing is they got him setting it up to where it's champions. Let's go.
That got us thinking about her legacy. And what is her legacy exactly? Well, if you look at what she's accomplished, 3-time NCAA champion with UConn Huskies. Keep in mind, they only won one national title before she even got there. That was back in 1995. 2-time tournament most outstanding player, 2-time Big East player of the year, 2-time first-team All-American. And oh, by the way, we haven't even gotten to what she did in the WNBA. We are just talking about college right now. So looking at her...
Yeah, he had 20 years in the WNBA. So, okay, this is about college. So, 3-time NCAA champion, 2002, 2003, 2004, right? They won a championship before she got there. So, they already had established a winning culture over at UConn. Gino did. 2-time first-team All-American, 2003, 2004. How many first-team All-Americans was Caitlin Clark? 1 year AP College Player of the Year, 2-time Naismith College Player of the Year, 2-time Big East Player of the Year. All right. So Caitlin got her beat in everything except for the 3 championships. Okay.
Her incredible resume, guys. With all of those accomplishments, we now ask, is Diana Taurasi the greatest women's college basketball player to ever exist? Now, before we start stressing about this assignment, this is just we're doing it for fun, right? And we want to hear your guys' comments in YouTube. Let's keep it PG rated.
It spicy. I like
that. Okay, fair enough. But when we look at this list, and it's going to be really tough to come up with the top 5 players. Diana Taurasi, I think, is going to be on this list somewhere. The question is, where exactly is she going to be on this list? So let's go ahead and pull up our touchscreen here, and we will pick the top 5 players. Look, I think we all are in agreement. There's not much debate at number 1, right?
Yeah, that's the funny thing about this whole argument with Diana is that she's probably not even the best college player from her own program.
Oh!
Testament to UConn.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, we have to go with Brianna Stewart. I'm sorry. The 4 championships, the 4 tournament most outstanding player awards. I just think the resume speaks for itself there.
Listen, when you talk about Diana Taurasi in particular, Gino said she's the best winner of all time. I'm looking at the best winner of all time, Brianna Stewart. And we're not, too old to remember and too young to remember. They had like a string of 100 wins. Like
111.
They didn't lose.
They did not lose. And they don't have as much help as we would think around the let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
McDonald's All-American.
I hear what you're saying.
But Stewie really got out there and showed what it took to win in not just like subtle wins, but like dominant wins. These were like, I remember my friend played against them in one of the island tournaments. They beat them like 113-30. It wasn't even like a little.
But that's not abnormal. That was a normal occurrence.
And it's all going through Brianna Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I would like to know in the comments too. If y'all know, please leave it in the comments. I wonder who all was on Brianna Stewart's team on those 4 years. If you know that made it to the WNBA type of situation, don't name me some no-namers. Because it got to be other top-notch WNBA players that played alongside with Brianna Stewart during that run. It wasn't her just carrying the load. And that's the thing. When they're talking about these UConn teams or the Lady Val teams, the teams that Candace Parker was on, and the team that even Cheryl Miller was on with USC, having Don Staley, not Don Staley, but Cynthia Cooper and the McGee twins, and they had squad. You got to put it in proper perspective. Who Caitlin Clark had at Iowa, but I know they're not. But let's go ahead. Let's keep listening. Just leave that in the comment. Who did Brianna Stewart play with? If you know.
I'll go for Stewie.
Yeah.
One loss from her sophomore through senior
She
year.
didn't know how to lose.
One loss.
Comical.
They didn't know how to lose.
No.
All
And then real quick, that freshman year.
I swear they keep saying like she didn't ever lose, as if she plays by herself. This is funny to me, man. Again, I understand when you're a leader of a championship team and you're the sole purpose of why this team is on the brink of where they at, being at best. It's different though when you're playing with a full all-star cast. So I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know who was on Brianna Stewart's team. I don't know. So let me know. But they keep saying like, she don't even lose. I'm sure she had plenty of 5-star recruits all around her.
Here was tough for her, but she turned it on at the right time, played her best basketball in March, and that's why she's a 4-time champion, not just even a 3-time champion.
And a 4-time tournament most outstanding player.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, not only did you get the championship, but you were the best one on the championship team each time.
Okay. All right. We start with 1. Let's work our way backwards now.
Especially as a
work our way
freshman.
backwards from 5 to 1. I'm going by what I'm told here. So let's go with number 5. Obviously, we have 10 players down there. There are so many players that could fit in the top 5 here. I feel like we almost have to do a 5A and 5B, but let's give me a number 5. Give me something. Give me something.
Okay. I'm going to start with Cheryl Miller.
Okay.
Your favorite player's favorite player. I'll put her 5. Right? Like, Cheryl Miller was the truth. She's a two-time NCAA champion, two-time tournament most outstanding player, three-time Naismith Player of the Year, and Jersey retired at SC, and now we can see a resurgence of the University of Southern California right now with Juju Watkins. She's in the front row cheering them on, saying, yes, you better be a product of me.
And I think it's important.
Did Cheryl Miller not win a championship at USC? Because I didn't hear them say she's a champion. She might not have. Let me know that in the comments. I thought she did. I thought that team definitely won the ring. But let me know in the comments if they did, if you know for sure or not. All right, let's listen though. That's crazy.
Important for us to talk about Cheryl Miller here because she didn't have the opportunity to play in the WNBA. So I think sometimes her legacy isn't always.
She was the best. On top of all jokes aside, besides Caitlin Clark, Cheryl she put up 105 points. Like, come on, the game. That's beyond insanity. Okay. And on top of that, she used to score 70 something, 60s, 50s all the time. Like, she was crazy nice. Damn, and Caitlin didn't even beat her record. That's crazy.
Given the shine it deserves, that she was such a transcendent player in college. She is, and some people you talk to, she is their GOAT. So I think that she's absolutely deserving to be in this top 5. Maybe
She's my GOAT.
Yeah,
my GOAT.
There you go.
I think something that's going to be in common for all of these players, numbers are retired.
Yep.
Numbers are retired in their respective home arenas. All right. Let me throw a little wrinkle in here.
Okay. There we go.
What if we switched?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Sam,
this is all food for thought.
So here's the thing. Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game.
Hold on, wait. Now, right here. Can they put Cheryl there at 5? And let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Did Cheryl Miller win a championship at USC?
According to KGET.com, at USC, her dominance continued. As a freshman in the 1982-83 season, Miller averaged 20.4 points,
yeah, in the national
9.7
championship.
rebounds, and 3 point.
Okay, so she that's what I thought. She won the championship. All right, so they had Cheryl who was dominant as ever, more dominant than anyone except for Caitlin Clark, any women's basketball player, putting up 105 points, 77 points in the game, 60-some points in the game. Like all the time, right? They have, and this is best college player, greatest college player of all time. They had her at number 5. They had the white guy switch her out, right? A legendary her, and put Caitlin Clark at 5, which is disrespectful because she should be where I feel, in my opinion, she's number 1. But if not number 1, I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know where else to even put her. But y'all go way to 5, and now watch how. The black woman takes over this segment. And this is all a setup. First of all, this is all scripted. They know he's going to say, let's put a wrinkle in it and let's do this. And then she was going to take over with the I love Caitlin Clark. But then they're going to go in. Let's see. Let's check it out.
I'm not going to. She's transcended the game. I'm not going to go. So here's the thing. Love Caitlin.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Look, you hear the white lady? Ooh. This is all scripted, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
What if we switched?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Sam,
this is all food for thought.
So here's the thing. Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that. But in the open, we said, what makes a top 5 player win?
Why are you fumbling over your words now? Why are you? Let's listen again. Listen to how she's fumbling over her words now, because they know it's an agenda they're pushing. None of them believe this crap, but it's an agenda and a narrative that they pushing. And again, for people that don't see this, and they say Caitlin Clark getting all the coverage, she get coverage of negative things about her not being as great as she is. It's always a knock against Caitlin Clark when y'all really talking about Caitlin Clark. It's either you putting Juju Watkins, or first it was Angel Reese you was trying to put it on her level. Then it was Paige Buckers. Then now it's Juju Watkins. In a minute, it's going to be Hannah Hidalgo. And so everybody's better than Caitlin. And now you bring up a segment, who's the greatest college player of all times? And, you have to, it depends on how many rings you got. Well, is that how y'all do the NBA? Do you say because Bill Russell has 12 rings, 11 rings, he's the best, greatest of all time? I don't even think he's considered 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 on the NBA side. So on the men's side of things, and I don't even know if we even do a college thing like that for real. We have to have that debate another time. A men's college, greatest, because we don't look at who's the greatest college player of all time. We just look at who's the greatest basketball player of all time. And that really determines when you get to the league and you set the league on fire, because we're not looking like, Christian Laettner was the best college basketball player ever. Like, that's silly. But okay, y'all want to have this conversation. And so to discredit Caitlin Clark, y'all know y'all can try to take away she don't have a ring. Let's go.
I want to go away from that, but in the open, we said what makes a top 5 player winning? The only
the white man set that up. That's why y'all set that up like that. We're not dumb. You set it up for him to say in the open, to be a top 5 player, you have to have winning and a whole lot of winning. Remember I pointed that out? Whole lot of winning, right? And then now let's put Caitlin in the top 5 and let's let the black woman speak. Let her be the one to say how, and that's why she's fumbling over her words right now. What had happened was, remember you had said that you got to do a whole lot of winning. So we can't put Caitlin right here.
The strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at.
How can you put that against her when you know she plays for Iowa? That's what it kills me with you people. How can you put that against her? And you know she plays for a team that only recruits 3- and 2-star level players. And Lisa Bluter is the greatest coach that I've seen, who knows how to do a lot with less. You gave her one spark in Caitlin Clark, and the rest was history. 3 Big Ten championships back to back to back, 2 national title appearances back to back. You have to know how to be able, like, everybody gave LeBron James a pass when he was on Cleveland, even though they was number 1 seed damn near every year in and year out, and get bounced out of the Eastern Conference Finals before he even started making it to the finals for real. And then he run over to the Miami Heat. But before then, people would always quick to say, he don't got a team. He don't got a team. He the king, but he don't got a team. Before Michael Jeffrey Jordan was winning championships, he was losing for 9 seasons. He was losing in the playoffs 9 seasons in a row. 9. But nobody didn't say, he ain't the best because he ain't got a ring. Everybody knew he didn't have a team. They knew as soon as he got a team and a coach, the rest was history. And when he got both of those 2 things, he ran off 6 championships in a row. 3 straight, took 2 years off, 3 more straight. It was like easy peasy 1, 2, 3s. Same is going to be for Caitlin Clark. You can't give her a team. Just like you couldn't give Jordan a Pippen, a Horace Grant to go along with B.J. Armstrong and Paxton, who can shoot threes. And you got a Bill Cartwright who can defend the rim and rebound. Just give me something like that, and we'll be able to win 3 straight rings. Now you give Caitlin Clark, DeWanna Mama Bomber, Sophie the Trophy Gun in Hand Cunningham, Kelsey Pistol Mitchell, Natasha Power Howard. See, they're gonna go. They're about to go crazy, but that's okay. Let's let her talk.
Championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the record.
You know, it's funny how they put Diana Taurasi's up there, right, for people to see, and they just had her read Caitlin's off. Notice the little things. Look at the white girl in the background right here. She looking at it like, damn, that sounds like a lot. Can you run that back while you talking off fast? While you talking off fast, and you got to look at the stuff, but y'all put Diana Taurasi's right on the board.
And assist leader, a true point guard.
And assist leader, scoring. Don't say it like that. Again, scoring leader and assist leader. That's unheard of.
For the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It through a direct reflection of her skill set. But how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why.
Because a title is a team thing. And if you just so happen to be on a team that doesn't have the type of players to go along with you, you're not winning the title. But for Caitlin to get that team to 3 Big Ten championships on top of 2 national title appearances, that's a wowzers in itself. Dummies.
I agree with you. Convince me, Ari. We're switching them back.
Again, we read.
And look, that's all he got to say. She don't got nothing to say. The white girl over here, nothing to say about it, right? She's not gonna go against. They're not gonna have the white girl go against the white girl. No, they never had a white man go against the white girl. He just gonna say, "Well, you know what? I did say what I said in the beginning. You got to do a lot of winning." So now he's going with the, "Well, you made a lot of sense. You got to have the winning." So I'm gonna agree with you and go along with the get along.
Cheryl Miller's resume, she's a winner. She's a winner multiple times. Yeah. But like, I have a really hard time. It's like paining me to leave Caitlin off this list because of the records, because of what she's done outside of those 94 feet. She has really thrust women's basketball in the mainstream. She has collected her individual accolades. I
get it. Alexa, I hear you. I get it.
Oh.
If picking 5 was.
Look at the white girl. Look at the white girl. And then I get it. Yeah. But look who they had say all of it. The black woman. Keep that in mind. This is all a setup, ladies and gentlemen. They had the black woman say everything about Caitlin Clark. They just agreed. She didn't agree nothing. She's just there. She ain't said nothing. She just got her little Nike dunks on with this with his country style dress, jean dress. Oh Lord. And here she go, twinkle toes, talking crazy.
Was hard. Picking the final 3 are going to be even harder.
Help me.
Alexa, help us out with number 4.
Gosh,
help us out with number 4.
Okay.
He came to rescue too. Alexis, help us out with number 4. You don't even bring up Caitlin Clark. Don't even say that. Let me see. Oh, wowzers. I didn't know this. If let me go to number 4. Let me say something now.
We got 2 more players here, by the way.
I was going to say, we're missing someone that I think needs to be in this conversation. Now, you guys tell me if because I live in Connecticut, have too much of a UConn mind frame.
Well, you got 2 UConn fans here on the set. So I mean,
you can't say Maya Moore isn't top 5. Like, we're going to be on your side, Alexa.
I just want to make sure here. But I mean, again, 2 titles. We're talking about a 4-time All-American, someone who was transcendent in the way she played, of course. I think we have to have her on this list, right?
And, you know, I know this is about college, but when you look at her.
Mind you, she had nothing to say for the Caitlin Clark conversation. You don't think that is the reason for that? You don't think that is direct? She had everything to say about Caitlin Clark on why she shouldn't be on the list. Black woman. White woman, zero to say about Caitlin Clark not being on the list. White man just agreed with black woman, the black girl magic. That, yeah, that makes sense because I said this has to do with winning. And now as the segment goes on and we're moving away from the Caitlin Clark debate, should she be 5 or 4? Since she can't even be 5 because she didn't win no rings, no way in hell can she be 4, 3, or 2. So that's over with. But it's funny how now the white woman knows how to speak. I didn't think she knew how to speak at first when they was just talking about Caitlin Clark. Check it out again. I want y'all to check it out again. Check it out again.
Broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina, like literally. And that is the only thing that you can put against her because the way she has dominated the record books when she.
Look, what if we still talking?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Sam,
this is all food for thought.
So here's the thing.
Black woman, it's your floor. Go ahead and have people hate you. Go ahead and look silly. Go ahead and talk stupid. We're gonna stand on the side. Let you. Oh man, this is a setup, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall for it.
Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that. But in the open, we said, what makes a top 5 player? Winning. The only strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time nation.
3-time scoring leader and assist leader. 3 times sophomore year, junior year, senior year, lead the league in assists and scoring. That is unheard of. Magic never led the league in scoring and assists. John Stockton never came close to being a top leader in scoring. he can get the assists. The only person to ever lead the league in scoring and assists, that's Caitlin Clark only. But just say that and hurry up and run through that like that. No, that ain't nothing. And again, she's the only one talking. Black woman.
Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It through a direct reflection of her skill set. But how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why I agree with you. Convince me, Ari. We're switching her back.
Switch her back.
Again, we read Cheryl Miller's resume.
Yeah. Keep on stumbling. White girl ain't said nothing.
She's a winner. She's a winner multiple times. Yeah. But like, I have a really hard time.
Why we can't hear from the white girl? I just want to know. Leave it in the comment. Let me know. Why does ESPN, who I can guarantee you, the people who come up with these topics for them, they most likely white folks. So what is the narrative? Again, that's why I tell y'all it's not about black and white. Y'all be getting fooled. It's about good versus evil. Why do they being in rooms? I can guarantee ESPN is owned by some a pale skin person. So who running this show is not black people, but it seems to me that they have the black women specifically. Black women talk ill about Caitlin Clark. You will never see a white woman talk ill about Caitlin Clark. I have not yet seen it. And even if they're on the same panel, they're going to not say nothing crazy. They're going to let the black women say it all. And that's what it is. That's, to me, is weird. It's an agenda and a narrative that's getting pushed. And at the same time, a division is all happening with all of this. And black women don't even see what's going on. To me, I believe this is to make black women be even hated even more, because you got the biggest star in Caitlin Clark, who's white, and you got all these black women that stay hating on her. What do you think that makes for a lot of people? Because a lot of black men mess with white women. So you hating on a white woman because she white, it just makes you look weird to even a black man, for real. Unless you one of them pro-black brothers who just, you so black, your gums just black and you. But this is weird, man. They use Caitlin Clark's name to get a little fame and to get some clicks, because nobody watches that shit. And they use the black woman to defame Caitlin Clark from being on this top 5 greatest of all times woman college player. Totally trash. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Help me. We on the way to the 11K, baby. Yeah, I know we had, 10, almost 10-2. But yeah, 800 away from 11K. We can do that in a day. It's the Pope. Peace and love.